Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. You may notice we're not exactly where we left off, instead back where we have already been, and there was a reason for that. I noticed in a previous episode, kind of looking around, that there were a few items that I may have missed, and this was certainly one of them. Dangling body man over here. I believe that I'm going to be able to do something like that. Yeah, and knock him down. Now, if you don't immediately recognize where we are, the tower with the elevator thing is right over there, and this is the area in which we fought the sort of fire sage chaos demon thing. That means in order to get to the item that we just knocked down, we've got to go in kind of a roundabout manner. I actually did try, though, right before recording, I tried to knock that item down while standing below it, and shooting from that angle just knocked it onto the ledge that is right next to it. That ledge might be something you could reach, but I'm not entirely sure like where it is just by looking at it from down below, and decided that I would take the path that I recognized how to proceed through instead of wandering around with the cameras rolling. So we're primarily just going to be running by these guys, sort of, kind of like that. That's one of the disadvantages to remapping the jump button. If you're running and you try to dodge roll, you will fail miserably. Alright, so we've been over here before. This is where we dropped down and retrieved the Mira Knight set, and I think this is the only way to actually get down from that area. From what I've seen, I tried to take a couple of other drops off camera, and they both led to my sort of instantaneous death. Oh, I missed this before. Where am I? I'm trying to get inside you. There we go. Yeah, the other drops, spook or no, still led to a rather grisly death, as they were just sort of fatal falls instantly. Mirror set was in here, Chloranthy ring was in here. Yep. And several of these drops do small amounts of damage, so I'm kind of glad that I have spook to absorb most of that. Yep, that went well. Let's deal with Dogman, and then run. Try to avoid the annoying flame hugs that may be approaching from behind us. Hello, Dogman. Yeah, I think that might be the R2 attack with the S-Stock. Has a little bit more side-to-side motion, and may prove a little bit more effective against those dogs. Now, of course, after all of this effort, I'm waiting for this to be just a very pointless item. No, flame stone plate ring. Okay. That may have been... so it's going to be fire resistance, I'm almost certain, right? Yeah, fire damage absorption. That is worded a little bit oddly. But coming down off that cliff, I'm not quite sure, truth be told. I believe... Looking... Yeah, let's stab at it. Yeah, right there. I think that is the ledge where the very first bonfire is, and I looked out and I saw the top of the tower that we're now under. So... That is... I'm not sure. Somewhere much later that clearly I either never saw from atop it or it's not reachable. I'm not really sure which it is. Also, this is going to be going down? No. I would like to be going down with it, though. So... Go ahead and head back down to my most embarrassing of bonfires. I couldn't believe when editing the last video every time I would run by this bonfire was just, it was absolutely cringeworthy. I kind of saw how it happened though. Like when I came out here, my attention was immediately on this way, and I would come out and I'd be like, oh wow, that's so interesting, and the undead settlement is back up and over there. Okay, time to move on, and ran right by it, not once but twice. I do find it interesting though that it doesn't queue up the Road of Sacrifice unless you come over to the bonfire. Running around it never causes the area name to pop up. Now, you know what? With 10,000 souls, let's actually make the beginning of this episode maybe a little bit more of rounding up the random odds and ends. But I'm going to head back to Firelink Shrine and level up. And I'm thinking the 2 points of dexterity might be worth it. I'll be honest with you. My first build, or my first playthrough, if you can even call it a build, in any of the Soulsborne games has always been kind of a mess.
Welcome, host.
As I primarily just get concerned with, ooh, I want to try that, and like leveling up everything all over the place. 2 points of dexterity, awesome. That will allow us to use
farewell, Ashen.
The bandit's knives. Let's check these out real quick. Let's see, we're doing 126 plus 24. That's a pretty steady decrease, although the FP cost is real low. Weight is lower. Critical amount is more. It's on par with like a rapier. Find it odd that it has such a high dexterity requirement and then such a low dexterity scaling. Friggin' twin daggers. Okay. And I can do that. Awesome. If you try to two-hand it, instead you just pull another dagger out from behind you. And then both L1, oh man, and R1 become attacks. So this becomes the R1 combo. And then, and I'm assuming that it's basically the same, right? R2, just a slower, stronger attack. Okay, running, basically what is expected. Okay, a little bit of a stab there. Not sure how effective that's going to be considering the distance of the weapon. And then it looks like everything is basically the same. Yeah, except now we get an L1 moveset, which is kind of the power stancing from Dark Souls 2. And there's a full combo there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. That's what it is. Okay. Interesting. And the skill becomes like a dash, like a Bloodborne dash. I wonder if we have iframes during that. Okay, that is going to be a thing that I have to figure out for myself. Let's go with, we're going to put the S-Stock back on, but we're going to equip the twin daggers and try to use them maybe during some times that are not quite as dangerous for us. Anybody else have anything?
You haven't given up yet. Then you're a brasher lad than I thought. You can make better use of this.
Oh, anything new to say? A heavy gem.
I don't need it. Not now I've flown the coop.
Okay.
The undead Legion of Farron is a caravan of undead, sworn by wolf's blood to contain the abyss. The Legion will bury a kingdom at the first sign of exposure. Joyous bunch, really. Gaining admission to the Legion is a matter of some ceremony. Inside their keep snuffing out the flames of 3 altars opens the door to the wolf blood. Even accursed undead want to believe they're special, it seems. I pity the sorry souls.
And that really does seem like the kind of thing that is going to be important later.
Gaining admission to the Legion, even
Yeah,
by
3 flames. Okay. Also, it does look like that guy's back. Let's go head up and talk to him. I wonder, the Abyss seemed to be absent in Dark Souls 2, which may not have been really an intentional story-building thing, but it leads me to wonder, did something sort of intentionally bring it back for the time frame of Dark Souls 3? Perhaps our meddling within the world of the Dark Souls 2 DLCs, killing the queens and that sort of thing. Do we not look like worse? Like much worse, perhaps, than we came out of the character creator with?
Well, hasn't it been some time? I'm Leonard, the Ringfinger. Remember me? I slipped you those red eyes some time ago. You're making quite an effort of it, so I thought you might like to know. If you yearn for a proper red-eye orb, one that is uncracked, then kill the Dark Wraith, survivor of the land swallowed by darkness. He has been a prisoner for many ages in the deepest cell in all Lothric. I can see it in your eyes. If you didn't invade, didn't pillage, whatever would you do?
You can see it in my eyes, huh? You don't say. You don't say.
If you fancy a proper red,
Yeah,
I can
okay.
see it in your...
Dark Wraith, lowest cell, Lothric. Got it. Interesting. We should also have the fancy cleric of Kareem lady somewhere, perhaps. All right, there's that fellow. I wonder if you would be so kind
I would do anything.
as to
Then shall we begin?
draw out true strength.
Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
I wonder.
Be
Okay.
safe.
Yep. Stop talking. Thank you. Okay. We do look a little more hollowed, don't we? We do have these dark sigils now. The black gaping hole in the flesh that resembles the brand of the undead. The tale told of a firekeeper returned from the abyss brought great comfort to a bearer of the curse. Okay. And if I draw out true strength, and let's say I want another level of vigor. Yay.
Then shall we begin? Bearer.
And I can just do it again. Say I want another point of... oh, man. Vigor? I'm probably going to take these both to 20.
Then shall we be bearer?
I can just keep doing this? Am I really... Am I power leveling now?
You have attained, and all will soon be clear, my good lord.
Oh boy.
All
Oh boy.
be safe.
Our lord, huh?
I would... As I have said, alas, but I
Yeah,
can't
okay.
wait that those...
Okay.
Be safe.
Be safe, our lord. And now... I certainly do have 5 of these now. Okay.
I would do...
What has that done? What has that done? Attack with a great sword formed from souls. Okay, for a moment I thought it was going to be like greater magic-y weapons, but no. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and grab Soul Arrow from you.
Be safe.
As long as you're offering, why not? Okay, a little more HP. I wonder if that is not what has given us our hollowed appearance, though. Or if there's some connection, at least. Also, let me see if I can't suss out where the Holy Woman went. Here we go.
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome back. I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now. Your wish is my command.
Just trying to get a little bit of a look at her armor set, which does indeed appear to be Rhea's set from Dark Souls 1. She sells miracles. Okay, heal, replenishment, caressing tears, homeward. And that is all. Also sells the Saint's Ring. Allows attunement of additional spells. Okay, so it probably gives us another attunement slot. It's only 300 souls.
You know, in my home of Karim, I was a nun. I would be pleased to share the tales of miracles with you. Although, to be honest, I only know a few. But if I had a divine tome, I could tell you many tales and more. Oh, only I cannot see. Terribly sorry, but you'll have to find me a divine tome in Braille. You know, in my home of Ivor, terrible.
Okay.
Have a pleasant journey, Champion of Ash.
Sort of reinforcing an idea that the miracles are tales of the gods. And I don't remember where that item description comes from, and it was always a little bit of a throwaway in Dark Souls 1, but she sort of seems to indicate that the miracles that are cast are, you know, again, excerpts of maybe larger stories.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to express my gratitude for trusting a lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancies to you. But first, you'll need a flame of your own.
All right, so here's the pyromancy trainer that we
Careful you
freed.
don't burn yourself with it.
I gotta say, he's been up to some interesting things. Surrounded by dead birds and not just dead, but like skinned goats laying behind him. Ugh. All right, well, what can you do for us? It teaches pyromancy's fireball, fire surge, great combustion, flash sweat. Also sells the pyromancer crown, garb, wrap, and trousers. But it doesn't appear to be the same set that he is wearing. Attire of pyromancer is the Great Swamp, comprised of leather, crown, and animal bones. It was thought that adorning oneself with natural fauna would provide protection from the flames of pyromancy. The Great Swamp bronze was used ritualistically to ward off evil spirits and keep darkness at bay. Leather wrap plainly around the arms. The life of a pyromancer is a life of endless trudging through marshland. And does this take... Ooh, it no longer just takes souls. Titanite shards are required as well.
To learn pyromancies, you must vow to become my pupil. I know, but such is the way of the world. Respect your elders and so on. And pyromancy, of course, is no exception. Oh, we'll need a pyromancy tome to learn more advanced pyromancies. Though unorthodox, that would be the most expedient way to make progress. If this were the Great Swamp, and you had the luxury of time, we could have trained you the hard way.
What exactly would the hard way have been?
To learn pyrom... I know.
Huh, so both the miracle vendor and the pyromancy vendor seem to represent that a tome is required in order to expand what they have to offer. Alright. Well then, let's see if we can't locate one of those tomes down the road of sacrifice. Hopefully we don't have to sacrifice too much going this way. We'll mourn the Archbishop's Apostle. Karam Knight will dedicate an entire career to attending a single maiden. Little glimpses on the loading screen. Always been a big fan of. Totally one of the things Bloodborne was missing for no apparent reason whatsoever. Now, let's think here. We're going to have just this guy at first. Let's try out our new fancy daggers and see if I can't get accustomed to them. Okay. Oh, that was fun. What is, there's a status that we had pop up briefly. What would that have been? Oh, I unequipped them. I don't know. Oh, maybe the Pontiff's left eye. Okay, yep. Maybe I was regaining health from the attacks that I was doing. That would have made sense. Leap! Maybe not the best weapon for leaping strikes, huh? Oh boy. I do like the little dash, if I can remember to use it. It feels like if you're going to be using these, then the L1 for sort of the power stance set makes a lot of sense in... I did not mean to cast Spook. In conjunction with the L2 for the dodge, if you can, you know, sort of remember to be doing that as well. I say if, because there is quite a bit of muscle memory that sort of goes into playing the game, and asking yourself to suddenly remember that now you have a dash is not the easiest thing in the world. Alright. Fire, poison, check. At least I know where I'm going this time. I would also like to see... Oh, it's mentioned, you know, in the item description itself. Oh, boy. I'm trying to get my shield back up there. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, jeez. It's mentioned in the item description for the daggers, but when locked on, you know, just sort of dashing to the side, should make it pretty easy to position yourself for backstabs. It seems I woke another enemy. Where did you come from? 1, 2... I don't recall fighting another guy the last time I killed him. You're still napping. Okay. Was it... The only other enemy I can think of, but I'm not quite sure where it would have dropped down, would have been him. Clearly not him, though, as he is still there. Well, no. Maybe that's why that one is lying down, just to block you from being able to charge straight forward. I don't know. This is such a weird setup that I do not understand. Yep. That was an accidental kick. Or in the case of the S-Stock, that was an accidental disengage, I suppose. I thought maybe it was an enemy dropping down from up here. Maybe there is another one that I've never encountered going this way. I don't know. Moment of truth, though, is I'm about to get back to a place I have never been beyond. Alright, so we're going to have him Should be relatively easy, one-on-one. Can I maybe draw you out a little bit? I don't want to... I don't know what the trigger is, but I definitely don't want to approach. Alright. Still not entirely sure what the trigger is. But let's see if we can't get the other three. Now... okay. So I think it is coming a certain... Oh, interesting. You're not the same three that I thought you were. And it would seem that coming a certain distance forward is what finally sets these guys off. Wow. Broke my lock by moving too far to one side. Okay. And you are the big bad. But with the help of magic weapon, that wasn't so hard now, was it? Alright. Now there's a fourth one then, in addition to the caster. Alright, let's just charge in here and see if we can't kill him before he becomes an actual threat. And then we'll deal with the magic guy. Last but not least. Oh, did I knock him off? I think I did. An ember for our trouble. A lot of interesting little side paths and drops that I don't entirely understand why they're there in the level design. Saw one at the very beginning of the level, to which I was like, it really felt like there should have been an item there. Also some really poor texture tearing going on right over here. Yeah, that's interesting. Like that. Like, why is there a drop-off there? Why can you even run up here? I don't know. I don't know. I suppose it could just be to make like a more interesting PvP arena. Yeah. How do I, okay. How do I reach you? Can I just drop from there? I tried the leap from the other direction, and we all saw how well that went. Okay, so let's try it from here. Better. Although, we do now need to heal. Okay. Just a couple of dogs, although they're not going to be super fun to fight along the ledge. I was kind of worried that... Okay. Oh, you are either pregnant or just diseased. Maybe that's just supposed to be tumorous. Although, you know, think about it. Two dogs, maybe a mated pair, making a cave into a home? What a weird setup. Braille Divine Tomb of Kareem. Well, ask and ye shall receive, it seems. Anybody want to maybe get me a Pyromancy Tome? Morn's Ring. Alright, we seem relatively safe here, so I'm assuming that is a key item. Learn High Miracles of Kareem. Sacred Braille Tomb from Kareem filled with advanced miracles. Give to a storyteller to learn advanced Kareem miracles. In the Way of White, there is a tradition of placing great faith in the words of the blind, and Braille tombs are not unusual. Give to a storyteller. Now, Great Scythe of the Forlorn Souls, guided by heretical storytellers. Now, what then are storytellers? I've got a couple of ideas. Combining with game mechanics, are they failed? Are they failed firekeepers? Are they people who... it looks like that is maybe a shortcut back later. Like maybe we could get up there and this would allow us to drop down and down again. If the woman that we've... and I've forgotten her name already. If the woman back at Firelink Shrine now is a storyteller... Whoa. What makes her one? Is it because of her religious vows or her attempt to become a firekeeper? I'm assuming, of course, that these guys are not hostile, what with their extremely close proximity to a bonfire. Interesting architecture. Very large bridge. Huh. What is the name of this new area that we found? The Halfway Fortress. Now, is that such as like a halfway house for those that are lost? And which of you would we speak to first? Or are you one and the same?
Oh, hello. How do you do? I am Anri of Astora, unkindled like you. This is Horace, a friend and travelling companion. Are you too in search of the Lords of Cinder? We are well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, but we are both seekers of lords. The next time we cross paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way.
Henri, huh? Okay. And perhaps some jolly cooperation is in our future.
Oh yes, Horace. He's not very talkative. But don't think ill of him. He's an upstanding, kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling journey. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago.
I'm assuming this is Henri of Astora, and she's wearing a traditional Knight of Astora garb, and that this is Horace. Yes, okay. Ooh, the Blue Sentinels. Nice. Okay, so you do actually talk to them separately. And all Horace does is at you. Perhaps he has lost his tongue. Perhaps it was a trophy. Oh, maybe you don't talk to them
We are
separately.
well along the road of sacrifices, beyond the flooded woods. We may go our step the next day.
No. Okay, yes, you do. It's just a little easy to mix up which one you're talking to, it seems. Okay, and we did gain a Blue Sentinels Covenant item. Pledge oneself to the Blue Sentinels Covenant. Faded sheepskin parchment depicting the Dark Moon and a sword. Equipped to pledge oneself to the Blue Sentinels Covenant. When a member of the Way of Blue is threatened by a dark spirit, the Blue Sentinels, in compliance with an ancient accord, assume the form of blue spirits and help root out the invader. Summoning takes place automatically while this is equipped. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, and the path ahead of us. They also, spoke of Farron Keep, which we had just heard a little bit more about. The lighting of pyres. Are those... Looks like maybe I can see 3 of them from here. Huh. I wonder if that is what the fine gentleman back at Firelink Shrine had to say. and what he was speaking of. Man, still some gorgeous views, and we've kept the high wall sort of in view this entire time, right? Like, that is the broken bridge. Now that makes more sense. Okay. The broken bridge that we saw earlier with the a dead dragon perched atop of it. The pilgrims that are all then lying dead are like on the right side of the break. We were deposited there by the white demons after raising the banner. We made our way across and down, and here we are. Okay, that totally legitimately makes sense. All right. Well, I tell you what, that's probably enough navel gazing. I know we didn't make a lot of progress, but I think a newfound bonfire and some newfound friends is a fine place to wrap this video up. I do want to test something really quick. I wonder if they disappear after resting. They do not. Okay, fair. I do want to definitely keep an eye out for any NPC summon signs that might crop up after speaking to these two and saying that the next time we cross paths, one of us may be in need. But that'll likely come in the
We are well along the road beyond the flooded woods.
Cathedral of the Deep, which is where I'm assuming we're going to find the first of the Lord's souls. You know, the whatever item actually manifests itself into you, like I don't know. I don't know what the idea is right now. Are we bringing these kings back to their thrones? We're going to do that by threat of violence? I don't know. It seems more likely that we're bringing their essence back to Firelink Shrine somehow. That distilled essence in the boss soul. All right. Definitely more to ponder on, and a little bit shorter of an episode this time, but I think we wrapped up some loose strings along the way. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to subscribe. There'll be more on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.